4.5 months, guys. The remake comes out.
Hell yeah.
And we got our launch party planned. So
It's going to be great. But until then, nice little speed run or walk or whatever we're doing.
this is, we're going to watch all the cutscenes and then collect all the ammo.
Speed galloping.
Yeah.
But I'm not nearly as drunk as the first time we did this, so it'll be a lot smoother. Just like the Claire. Here we go.
Alright.
Whoa! Shit! That is always creepy. That's like the picture we texted Jackie when we saw Nasty Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Trash Panda Town.
A mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield.
Did they, like, drop a meteor on it or something?
That's the mansion exploding.
But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments
We're far from finished.
Oh, I thought Wesker was going to try and make a giant wound in the planet so he could absorb the life stream.
That's pretty much what he does in Resident Evil 5.
More or less.
Minus the wound of the planet. But he becomes all hunky-dory like Sephiroth. And if it's Final Fantasy VII canon that you defeat Sephiroth with a high wind limit break, then both Sephiroth and Wesker died with a rocket launcher to the face. So.
Yeah.
What have we got here?
Oh, man.
Those graphics.
Those blue eyes. That plastic hair. This looks more like Barbie Horse Adventures than Barbie Horse Adventures.
Have you seen Barbie Horse Adventures?
Yeah. And they don't look as plastic as these things.
Did I show it to you?
No, I'm aware of it.
Oh.
Guy's a maniac. Whine about me.
Probably because you look tasty.
Mmm.
I don't know.
Looks like a rotisserie chicken, like Seinfeld.
He was on PCP. I don't know.
So that's the virus then.
Yeah. There have been actual, like, cases reported of people on PCP who literally ate other people's faces off.
Oh, yeah. I love this zombie right here.
That guy?
It's like the derpiest thing. Like, I want a Pez dispenser of that little thing.
Like, you don't even need to, like, move the neck. You just kind of shake it and it comes out of the mouth.
More like a bobblehead, yeah.
Bobblehead Pez dispenser.
I could see that getting messy. Yeah, you just shake it enough. You just shake it enough and it just vomits Pez at you.
What does my police training say to do? Just open fire.
Wait, don't shoot.
No, here's a better idea. It dispenses fruit gushers.
It'll be a lot safer.
Don't leave your Pez dispenser out in the sun then. It'll all just kind of meld together.
Yeah.
It'll just be like this rainbow-colored vomit coming out.
Like that one face filter on,
I did make Psywitch the happiest woman in the world on Saturday.
I did. Wait, you did?
I made you the fruit blunt.
Oh yeah, the fruit blunt. We finally had those.
We had the fruit blunt.
Radio's out.
And y'all, it was good.
It was very good.
First day on the job. Great.
Matt, you're going to get yours next Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Mr. Caleb Hart, you're onto something.
He's on many things. No, he doesn't do steroids. He's way, way too lean to be a steroids guy.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure.
Oh,
There's a
the-
gun inside.
Oh, damn it, there's no gloves in here. There's just a gun. This guy's got my haircut.
How?
Not my haircut, Leon's 90s haircut.
Jeez, for fuck's sake, guys. Hey, check the back seat. Always check the back seat.
It was like a bad CG dummy.
They didn't smell it. I love that noise.
That little, like, yeah.
I gotta play now.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Don't sound too enthusiastic.
I think we should do another Leon B.
Leon!
Oh, we still got Claire A to do, so.
We already did Claire A.
Oh, Claire B.
Yeah.
That's right, Claire B.
Not gonna lie, Claire's got a nice ass.
You already said that in the Code Veronica episode,
Wait.
and that's a better rendered Claire ass.
Wait, there's a part where, there's a part in Code Veronica. I already said it. Whatever. Fuck it. Whoa, shit. Okay. God, this game looks so good with the component.
So nice to play a game and not have it look like ass.
Yeah. $12 on Amazon.
$12 well spent.
So. Because a $300 HD TV doesn't have component, apparently.
Because that makes sense.
Freeze!
Oh,
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Look at that
Hold your
shotgun.
fire.
I love how when
Hold-
Claire,
hold.
he points a bow gun at Claire, but it still cocks like a shotgun.
Sorry
I
about
wonder what this guy's going to look like in the remake.
that. I thought you were one of them.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the same model and sprite, everything.
he's got the same like
But
square
he's got like
shotgun.
a realistic shotgun.
It's like Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, where you play as the old PS1 sprite. It's-
But you should be safe inside here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
I don't trust him.
all ammo's all ammo, fuck it. No!
I love how when he. Oh no!
We're not getting the ammo that leads to the police station because
Because reasons?
it's just like you just don't. One, like when you don't get any items before the police station, you see Brad zombie.
Brad Zombie!
Yeah.
Zombie
And
Brad.
two,
Brad.
I don't know, it's just like a code among like people that play this game that you just don't get that ammo.
Huh.
Oh, wow, that was a lucky dodge.
Above the rim,
Above the rim.
this too shall pass.
Sooner or later, we're going to get around to watching Space Jam for Bad Movie Club.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah, Space Jam.
And also, I have some really, really bad news.
Oh no.
Since Maggie's working a double and probably just wants to go home and sleep this Saturday,
Yeah.
this is the perfect opportunity to show the crew Pink Flamingos.
Go for it, I'm not gonna be there.
Ah.
And you guys are going to hate me for it.
Oh boy.
Paul's going to love it, but
Oh boy.
I don't know how everyone else is going to react. Oh, motherfuck.
You son of bitch.
You saw him.
Oh, fuck, butt.
You
Oh
son
my
of a-
god. As soon as I get to the police station, I'll get better. Oh.
This is what happens when you don't practice.
Yeah, it's been a while. We could... No. We're past the point of no return. Just go for it.
The console is chosen. You play this game.
Yeah.
Council. By council, you mean the creatures from... Oh, man, I can't believe I haven't shown Paul this movie. There's this movie called, like, The Prince of Space. It's this Japanese black and white...
Wasn't there ammo behind you?
Yeah. Like I said, once we get in the police station, then we start hoarding ammo.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Okay. Dodge him. Oh!
Ironically, it's a fire truck that is on fire.
Just like the Dark Knight.
Yep.
Or would that be unironic since it's a fire truck and it's on fire? Or would that be irony? I don't know.
Maggie, you should make a full-time living with logistics. Because you're logical. Wait, does that
an
even make
alternate
sense?
universe where they're called water trucks.
But they shoot water.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
water trucks.
No, they're water trucks, so they shoot fire to put out lakes.
No, we don't drain
in-
lakes
in
anymore.
this
We
world-
just shoot fire out of a truck to evaporate it.
In this world, raining and flooding is such a massive worldwide issue that you need fire. Fire is the only way to deal with the flooding.
There's an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where water is infected with fire.
That's
And, like, Frylock takes a drink and he spontaneously combusts.
That's an interesting world you have there, because you're never solving the problem, you're just putting it off for later, because then it just evaporates and goes into the sky to become more clouds to rain on you to flood some more.
Yeah, I know.
I think my favorite episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force is when they go to Tree Court.
That's a good one.
The Arbor Day episode.
Just the way that it starts.
Wait, hang on, I gotta inject the cheese.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta inject the cheese. What is that, Jenna? Pepper Jack?
Yes!
Both. Yeah, Paul, I don't know why you don't like that show, because they flash fry an entire cow for a Labor Day barbecue.
They injected it with ranch and cheese and all this
Yeah.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh, God.
I don't know, anytime I watch the show, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Same, but I laugh at my disbelief.
Have you, Paul, have you ever seen or heard of Inferno Cop?
I've heard of it, yes.
Yeah, it's made by Trigger. That's a very much a what the fuck show. It's like Trigger known for incredible animation, and I think does Trigger do Kill la Kill?
Yes.
Yeah, they did a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
Trigger was the people from Gynax that decided to make their own studio.
Yeah,
Could you get me a beer baggie, please?
so
Thank you.
it's literally just like they said, all right, what are our character models? Okay, we can't afford to do other poses
Just hold on.
or animation, so we'll just use their current models.
Which one do you want, the Pabst or the Vanilla Porter?
The porter.
Okay.
Now, that cutscene that we just talked over, the remake, is like legitimate drama. It's so, like, Marvin's my favorite character.
I'm excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake,
Me too.
as I feel I should be.
Oh my god.
This was the first Resident Evil game I played and finished.
Remember when I forced you to run laps around this hall?
Yeah,
You got good.
I got good. Oh, there we go.
Just force a habit. Whenever I see an item box, I open it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think one of my favorite gags in Inferno Cop is like in the second episode, where the basically an entire section of the city becomes flooded because a
Thank you.
woman's water broke, and so an evil gang member posing as a baby, Inferno Cop is like. It's like, oh, this must be the baby. What? It's already got a scar indicating it's part of this notorious gang. What terrible fate! And he's like, ha, you fool! And it's just like this weird crab monster with a baby's face.
The fuck?
And so Inferno Cop's like, it's like, well, I guess my only choice is to shoot at him with my gun underwater.
Wait, is he infertile cop? Can he not have babies?
No.
Is that why he sees
I mean-
baby crab monsters?
He's basically a skeleton on fire, so he probably can't fuck. Except with his fire penis, maybe.
So he is infertile.
Yes.
Oh, you were proving my point and I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Fire.
But so the joke is he shoots the bullet and he goes, haha, I'm bulletproof. The bullet like bounces off him and bounces back, and Frodo's like, so am I! And bounces off, goes to him, and he's like, Nutty! And just explodes. The bullet hits him and he explodes. And the final villain is a pregnant Scarlet Witch. That's the final villain of the show. Just comes out of nowhere.
That's Studio Trigger, alright.
Yep.
Don't question it.
I'm not sure if I've actually seen a Studio Trigger show, like, from beginning to end.
I guess Gynax did Gurren Lagann.
That is the only Gynax show I've ever liked.
Yeah.
I could have dodged all this.
Why did the female zombies sound like they're orgasming when you kill them?
Maybe they like it.
Yeah. I think I'm more universally fond of studios like Bones, Studio Bones.
I mean, first thing I think of Studio Bones is Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think they also did Star Driver, and that's just a fun, silly mech show. They also did Hero Man, which is which was written by Stan Lee.
Oh.
And
Stanley who?
Stan Lee.
Stanley Johnson?
No, like the Stan Lee.
The guy behind most of Marvel Comics.
Stanley Parable?
No.
I knew Mike was making a joke.
Yes.
I'm not joking. Stanley who? Stanley Kubrick?
No, Stanley Lee.
All of
Okay.
the above.
Stanley Lee. There we go. Thank you for answering my question. Like, if you guys were like Matt and properly answered it, then I would have appreciated it. But you're dwaddling in your own.
But that's like
Fine.
I'm
one of
fairly
two anime that Stan Lee's involved in. The other being one called The Reflection. They're both all superhero things, but The Reflection is notable because its art style is very much like you just walked out of an 80s comic book.
That's awesome.
And of course, there's a Stanley surrogate in both of them.
Well, yeah.
And in The
that's
Reflection, he is the villain's telepath. He is a telepath working for the villains, and it's fucking amazing.
Shotgun.
Especially because, maybe if that thing gets a second season, he's basically going to be the leader of the villains at that point.
Makes sense.
I'd searched the desk 50 times for the photo, but everyone knows about that.
Yeah.
Like a hard to find Easter egg is now common knowledge.
It's just Rebecca Chambers in some workout gear.
Ah,
Hi, Claire.
I can take a beer now.
It's good to see you're still among the living.
I like how he just pokes her boobs.
It looks like you're not.
He talks like he's like 32.
Maybe that's how old his voice actor was at the time.
Yeah, that's what I love about the remake. Is from the footage, like Leon actually looks like he's 21 and doesn't know what he's doing and is unsure about his moral compass and
Any survivors?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
almost like a real 21-year-old. Yeah.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it.
It doesn't always work, but take it
That way
anyway.
we can keep in touch.
It always works.
Oh, right. It's
Only in Resident Evil 1 is the radio broken.
I can't believe what is happening to this city.
I love that song, by the way. Na, da, da. I'm such a weeb that I got the Biohazard Orchestra album.
I don't think that makes you a weeb.
When you order like special Japanese content based on anything, you're a weeb.
you're a little bit of a weeb, yeah.
I don't know.
You're not, like, to the point of being an insufferable weeb, but you're a little bit of a weeb.
Yeah.
You're still at the healthy levels of weebness.
Yes.
Now, when someone holds a gun to your head and says, you have one of two choices, either play Resident Evil 2 on the GameCom or Resident Evil 6, or I shoot you in the face, I would choose Resident Evil 6 because it's my opinion that in the military tactician, you choose the lesser of two Resident Evils. Oh, wait. But that would mean GameCom.
The hell is GameCom?
It was look up the AVGN episode, Tiger Electronic Games.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. With each console generation, they got progressively worse. And, put some shit away.
Because that's a good business model.
I didn't need to put the shit away. God, it's been so long. It's not a business model, it just is. That's just how things happen with Tiger.
Nah.
They release such bad consoles that,
Can they even be called consoles?
yeah. You turn the power on and there's interactivity outside of the real world.
Well, sort of.
So,
Is that like how, was Gamecom, like, around the video game crash?
No.
Okay.
This was like, because Resident Evil 2 was on the Gamecom.
Okay, so it was like after?
And Resident Evil 2 on the Gamecom is like Lord Voldemort after his Horcruxes were defeated. It's just this bloody fetus under a table that can barely talk or breathe. That's the version of Resident Evil. Like, it still resembles Resident Evil 2, but nothing else is recognizable other than the primary features. I forgot to walk. There we go. I mean, this is a... No. I'm not stooping there. There we go. Love that noise.
Oh, no.
I just like the sound that their little like claws make on the
Oh, yeah. They're probably going to be really fucking hard to kill in the remake of 2.
Well, given what we've seen, that just normal zombies are difficult to kill.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the
no.
remake
Jeez.
of 2. Oh, God, and Mr. X looks horrifying.
Yeah, Mr. X is... No bullshit. He's really scary looking.
They gave him a friggin' fedora.
I love what they did with his face. It's not some clean cut...
In all honesty, and Mike, you probably won't know what I'm talking about here, but Matt and Paul probably will. He kind of looks like Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. I think it's the fedora and the soulless yellow eyes.
The soulless
Probably.
eyes is what does it for me. Just that
The only
wrinkly
thing about like
face.
Nick Valentine is the fact that like he only has the front part of his face.
Yeah.
Don't remember him.
I can't remember if there's shotgun shells in that desk or a
He's
first
a
aid tray.
trench coat android dude.
Nope.
No recollection.
Nope.
You meet him in,
The
Oh,
stadium.
Fallout 4. Well, I was like, New Vegas? I don't remember a guy like that in New Vegas. No,
Yeah,
I never played 4.
Oh.
I watched Eric play it, and I'm like, this looks fucking stupid.
Are you implying that Eric wastes money on stupid video games?
I mean,
Are
if
you
you
He
implying
totally
he
does.
it?
That's the joke. Like, when you have mental health issues and a lot of tragedy happens, you tend to waste your money on stupid fucking bullshit. So, it's a constant reality of the human species. I know, because I do the same thing. Like, I've recovered so much, but I still have a problem with wasting money.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what to say when there's an emotionally awkward moment.
What?
Shrapnel's amazing! What are the exact words that we said from the X2 episode?
Shrapnel's great for you.
Shrapnel's good for you, yeah. Falser words have ever been spoken.
Also words.
Once I start getting shotgun shells, this run's gonna get a lot easier. Faster, more consistent.
So anyone have like a favorite battle in a game?
In a
Ooh,
game.
that's a really amazing question. The final boss in the first Metroid Prime, the first form, is a really good fight. Oh, shit.
Oh god. We're all just hanging out.
Because what I love about the boss and also Quadraxis and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, it forces you to use most all the abilities that you've learned in the game. And that's what a final boss should do. Which is why, like, the worst final boss is, and it's from a really fucking amazing game, but Ganondorf in Twilight Princess. He should have tested every single sword technique that you've earned thus far.
Yeah.
But really, you just like wait for him to clash, and then you shake the Wiimote and you win. It's pathetic.
Well, I mean, you can pull out the fishing rod, and that makes it interesting.
I fail to agree. I think the Ganondorf in Twilight Princess is very underwhelming. But when you kill him, and there's the fucking Master Sword shoved through his face, and he's still standing when he dies, that's fucking incredible.
That's pretty cool, yeah. My favorite battle in the game.
God, I do not have a good memory for boss battles that I've dealt with.
Oh, shit. Oh, sneezy.
I think I'm gonna go with the first time I fought Cynthia in Gen 4 Pokemon. Platinum specifically.
Huh.
Just because Cynthia is my favorite Pokemon champion. And just getting the chance to fight her was just really cool. No, I take it back. Fighting Cynthia in her villa in Black and White.
I love the battle with Red in Gen 2.
Top Mount Silver.
Because it's just so foreboding. Just this kid that no one's seen in like 6 years, and he's 10 years old, but he has the power of 1,000 suns. Oh.
Wait, how has it been 6 years, but he's still 10?
I thought it was 3 years.
You shut the fuck up, man. I speak nothing but truth.
That's how it works in the Pokemon world.
That's why Ash is still 10, technically, even though he's like 20.
Time means nothing. When you become a Pokemon trainer, you do not age.
I like the theory that someone threw around that Ash is like absorbing the life energy of virgins he travels with.
Elaborate on that theory, please.
Well, he keeps like every
female companion.
Every female companion changes every season.
Oh yeah.
But he's still 10.
Huh.
Well, he's got a fucking harem this season. In Alola.
Ooh, really?
He puts hair on people instead of ketchup. He's harem.
Ash harem. Gotta fuck them all.
Happiness is making Paul Downing laugh. You're gonna have to bleep out that last name, by the way. Happiness is making Paul Fernandez
do it in
laugh.
X1.
I completely forgot to do the next one.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are after you.
Probably.
Yep.
10 years from now, I'll apply for some job and get fired because they'll be like, we know you're associated with these people.
These fictional people. Spoonie Lionheart, Detsy Otter, and Maggie.
I'm sorry, you're not real.
I knew it.
No, the joke is that we never call you by the name Psywitch.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know, it's an instinct.
You sexist bastards.
Hey, I never refer to Spoonie as Mike.
I feel like we always call Detsy Otter Matt because Matt is one syllable.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Psywitch is just so fluid. It rolls off the tongue.
No, sexism...
Psywitch works, but I don't know Psywitch. I know Maggie.
Alright, sexism is not the fear of having open discussions about your sexuality and open discussions about the differences between men and women and how our organs function and how our emotions are adapted. Sexism is failure to call Psywitch and calling her Maggie instead. That's true sexism. It's not the fear of openly talking about sexual orientation. It's...
Fuck you.
It's, Maggie, I'm making a harmless joke. Oh, sorry. Psywitch, I'm making a harmless joke.
You sexist pig.
Oh, God.
Fuck you.
Oh, my God.
You might think it's harmless, but I don't.
Calling you Maggie instead of Psywitch?
No, the whole rant you went on about sexism.
I was making sarcasm that, of course, it's terrible not to talk openly like that. Like, when someone's afraid to engage in something, like, let's say a discussion about race, that makes them racist because have a paralyzing fear of openly discussing differences. And when you're afraid of differences, that makes you xenophobic and either racist or sexist. And I'm just pointing out the idiocy of the failure to be able to do that. That's what I meant.
Well, that's not how it came across in the way that you spoke of it.
Okay. Wait, where am I going? How'd you think I spoke of it?
It just came across as really stuck up and douchey and bullshitty.
Okay.
To be a little bit fair, that is a core tenet of sarcasm. Ugh.
Yeah, but it's
Moving
so
on from that.
Whatever. Fuck it. Too fucking tired.
It is late.
I almost had a manager tell me, I don't need sarcasm, I need support, when I couldn't fix his computer from going into Windows update mode because I'm not Microsoft.
Did he have a southern accent when he said it, like you impersonated?
No.
Okay. That would have been better.
Why some of them do.
I love this story that my when I worked overnight at the Schnucks Bakery, my trainer's name was Brian, and he told me a story about how he was renovating a house in DeSoto, I want to say. No, it was Festus. And he had a neighbor named Randy. And how he came about knowing Randy was Randy didn't knock on the door. He just let himself in through the window while they were like fixing doors and sawing 2x4s and shit like that. Diamond key. Okay, I know where the diamond key is.
That's a weird thing for Randy to say.
Yeah. No, but Randy lets himself in the house uninvited, and he says, "Hey, how's it going? I'm your neighbor, Randy." And Brian and his friends are like, "Hey, Randy, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, I'm just fine. You guys into that methamphetamine?" He says, "No, we're not." He says, "Hey, me neither." And then...
That's a great way to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Clearly not into meth at all. But then Brian tells me another story about how Randy, again, let himself into the house uninvited. And he breaks into the kitchen and begins cooking food. But he cooks enough food for everyone in the house.
Oh, boy.
So, courtesy of your friendly next-door neighbor, Randy.
Oh man, you got the mac and cheese now. Thanks, Randy.
Hell yeah. Just some stranger breaks in your house and cooks your food. And... Now, I wonder if he was like a good cook. That would make it even better. He's like Gordon Ramsay level of just... Alright.
He leaves you a detailed list and critique of like your purchase decisions.
Yeah.
He's on meth, not Adderall.
Aren't they the same thing? If you look at the chemistry.
It's just you can get a prescription for one.
Yeah. Well, Adderall is designed not to ruin your fucking life.
I beg to differ.
Okay. That's fine.
I was forced to take that shit for 10 years.
Oof. Meth ruins your life worse than Adderall.
Well, yeah. Because it's meth.
Math ruins your life. Fucking mathematics.
Yeah, screw meth. Math will fuck you up.
Okay.
It's a hell of a drug. Also, Math, please stop asking us to find your ex. She's not coming back.
What? Oh, like algebra?
Yeah, like,
Oh,
Solve for X.
like find X.
Okay.
Listen,
had
we
a math
saw at the
teacher.
end of X1, X is dead. Oh no, Zero's dead.
0.
You can't divide by death.
Oh, jeez.
You just
Use
get
calculus to find the limit approaching death.
More, you just get more death.
Did I seriously forget where the diamond key is? No, there it is. Okay, excellent.
This is sparkly.
It's Albert Wesker just putting Shinola on all the...
I don't know why, but
Why is this in a police station?
Because the police chief is obsessed with art.
They have an even better solution for that in the remake. Clues point to the fact that the RPD was built off of an abandoned museum.
Neat.
And so it's still being worked on, and a lot of the museum pieces are there. And I love Chief Irons in the remake. He has these jowls. He just looks so... He sounds like a normal person, and that makes him even creepier.
Oh.
He just sounds fatherly and just like, well, get up. Time to do your homework. You know, that kind of...
You'd never know he wants to taxidermy a person.
Spoilers! We only played that in Clay.
That's kind of like
That's
shit.
been released.
Game Grumps just started their playthrough of Sonic in the
Secret Rings?
yeah, and just the voice of the villains just sounds kind of like that. Just
Just
it's
like an
just some
everyday
dude. It's like, yeah, I'm evil. You know, I'm not gonna like pretend to be like some sort of super villain and speak with a really deep voice. It's just like, hey,
I'm just here stabbing a dude
Yeah.
with another dude because I can.
That's what I love about Wesker in the remake of Resident Evil 1. Every other game, he just has this, like, British, like, all weak creatures exist to be eaten. Like, I'm going to destroy everything because I'm Wesker.
7 minutes is all I have to play with you.
Yes. But in Resident Evil Remake, he just says, Jill, go see what's in that other house. We don't need any more surprises. He sounds like he's actually in control versus he's part of some, like, psych ward experiment. Like,
You will give me an egg. Shout out to Proton John.
Mod Wesker and all the other games to have a curly mustache.
Oh
mm.
my
Yeah.
god! Albert, what's
Shit!
your week?
Oh, motherfuck!
Oh, I made a
And I
video.
did not bring my herd with me. Oh, God.
Run, 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 run.
That blows anal goats. Ugh. God.
I was gonna say Albert Wesker Ouija, but this doesn't seem like the appropriate time for that joke.
Wesker Ouija.
Yeah.
Albert Luigi. How does Mario predict the future? With a Luigi board.
I thought it was a Waluigi board.
Waluigi board.
Yeah. It just says wah.
Well, he bought the Luigi board at Walmart.
Wow. Oh no.
Yes.
See, Nintendo's all connected, so to furnish his home, he went to IKEA, and then got everything else he needed from Walmart.
Oh. How does IKEA factor into the pun?
Oh, it's a Fire Emblem thing. Because Ike is from Fire Emblem.
IKEA. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Walmart.
Walmart. I was like, wow, like Waluigi Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's Walgreens.
No.
Matt thought it was funny.
God.
Yeah. Well, you get drugs with Magic and Terra because you have the CVS bird.
CVS first.
I'm just gonna try so hard that it's not funny anymore. Let me.
I was gonna say, what's the character that everyone is convinced is absolutely 100% evil in Animal Crossing?
Tom Nook.
Yeah,
Darth Sidious.
he just has a monopoly on every drug trade in Nintendo.
Mm.
Like, if somehow Nintendo came under the control of... Oh, no. And
I've
that's
never
done.
seen anyone lose blood to their face that fast.
Yeah.
See, no, I'm not gonna make that joke.
No, make it. The cat's out of the bag already.
I was gonna make well, because he's got such a big black gift. That's where all the
Oh yeah,
blood went.
it's that's great. I'm glad you said it. Actually, you run faster with.
With an unequipped book.
Yeah, zombies aren't pale because they, Zombies aren't pale because they're dead and have somehow lost a lot of blood. No, it's because it literally all just goes to their dick.
What about female zombies?
To their clitoris.
Yeah,
They
their clitoris is so erect it's the size of a beach ball.
they get that
It's like-
fat clit. Mm.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm tired and I don't even know it.
I wonder if I can get so tired I become British. Like,
What?
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 The fuck? That's amazing.
it's already started.
Don't explain what you're about to say. Just leave it there. I gotta drink to that too.
Do you dream of England?
Sometimes. But usually there's dragons. Occasionally Voltron shows up.
Your dreams sound awesome.
I know, right? Now I want to have the dream where Voltron rides the dragon and defeats Zarkon.
No, Voltron just wishes he was black.
I mean, he's part black. He's got a black lion.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a black gift. Oh, God.
Doggos!
Yeah. And I'm in caution. Oh, that's fine. Motherfucker. Alright.
I just get so tired I become Gavin Free. But from Rooster Teeth, not from Slow Guys. Because they're two totally different characters.
Well, yeah. In Slow-Mo Guys, he's not the one getting shit on.
No, in Slow Guys he's like actually smart. In Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth, he plays the fool.
I love that haircut. Leon and Ada have the same haircut.
Well, I
It's the
mean,
90s.
in Slow-Mo Guys, he plays the smart guy, and Achievement Hunter, he plays the fool, so it's probably somewhere in between.
Yeah.
He's one of those reporter types.
His girlfriend is hot too.
Yeah.
I heard he was locked up in the cell block. Only there's
Which is why some deranged fan went to his house with a gun.
ways.
Yeah.
Because... don't go to people's houses.
Yeah,
Stay the fuck where you are.
If we
that
work
shit's not
together,
cool.
we can move this.
Stay home. Eventually we'll have androids and VR that you can just send your robot out to do stuff. You don't ever really have to leave your
Oh, shit,
house.
we gotta work together.
We went.
Paul, push the thing.
Do the thing.
Matt's closer.
Give me the controller then. I'll pretend like I know what I'm doing.
Uh,
I'll pretend like I played this game
Push
before.
the thing. Push the
Do the thing.
I got it. I'm back.
Okay, you're
Alright,
back.
Paul's got it.
The trash.
There
we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very good, very good.
Bandit Mobile.
The truth of this scene is Ada's the one actually doing all the pushing.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at her. She's clearly stronger
Yeah.
than Leon.
Mm.
I like how in Leon's little portrait thing, he looks angry. Ada just looks like she's getting a glamour shot.
Yeah. It's like, you're in a zombie apocalypse.
Meh.
Just another day.
You know, I'm not like into muscular women or anything. Would anyone ever get kind of miffed when they like watch an anime and a female character that's super strong isn't like shredded?
No.
I mean,
Like, what
a
do you
little bit.
mean
It depends.
by shredded? Do you mean like Zarya shredded?
No, like actually has muscular tone.
Like at the end of Ghost in the Shell when Major Kusanagi rips the lid of the tank off. That kind of shredded.
Oh, okay.
It really depends. If
Is this the guy?
like there really aren't that many examples of like
What's been going on?
muscular women that still keep some form of a figure.
And who the heck are you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying
the-
to find my character.
there's like
He was working
I
for
forget her
the
name, but from Hunter x Hunter, there's some like
but he suddenly
lady,
disappeared.
some girl who's actually like 30, but just keeps.
Biscuit
She looks.
Kruger?
Yeah.
Yep.
She looks like she's 13 or whatnot, and it's like, oh no, that's a false form. When you actually see her real form, she's like something straight out of Fist of the North Star. And she's like, I fucking hate having to use this because I look like a man.
But I'm not about to leave.
Let's talk about
Those zombies aren't the only
the proportions of the characters in the original Fist of the North Star film from 1997.
What was that?
When was 1997?
Like I said, I'm not.
All right, speaking of 1997, or just
Get out of here.
fun with numbers.
Lead it right to it.
Louis C.K. did a surprise show.
I'm the only cop left alive in
Like there was some theater in Boston,
What?
and they said there was going to be some headliner, and it turned out to be Louis C.K. coming back from the dead.
But do you even
And he told this amazing joke.
There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside
He said he was listening to NPR with his daughter,
Lead you to the sewer entrance.
and
Be easy.
they were talking about this and this and this and this, and then the 9/11 deniers said yada yada yada, and his daughter's like, "Daddy, what's a 9/11 denier?" And he said, "Oh, Kaylee, well, it's someone who does not believe Osama bin Laden conspired to attack the Twin Towers, but rather the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center were conspired by our own government so that they could get to the oil fields in the Middle East." And his daughter says, "Oh, I thought you said 9/11 deniers. Like 9 people who denied the number 11.
That's almost as dumb as what I said earlier about getting so tired I become British.
No, it's not as good as that. That just came out of nowhere.
No context.
I'm tired.
No, it was amazing. Don't apologize for the best joke you've made.
Ever of my life.
At least on the show.
All 26 years.
You've made funny jokes. Don't be down on yourself. Pay it forward a little.
Besides, I've said some dumb shit on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've said so much dumb shit on this show.
Almost everything you say is dumb shit.
Thank you.
What? You want me to shit on you more?
Yeah. That's fine. I know I'm not stupid, so...
Just can't please some people.
Do you, go out of your way to please me? Is that the...
I just try to please everybody,
Okay.
and that's impossible.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm one of those types of people that's pretty socially inept, so I just try to diffuse situations the best way I know how, which sometimes really doesn't work. It's either making light of the situation or just changing the subject.
Yeah. Alright. Here's how... What I found over... Because I'm also socially inept. I'm working on it still. Like, if you met me when I was 16, we would, be in separate states.
Yeah, probably. You
Just like you have a restraining order that if Mike moves away from Alaska 10 feet from his house, then...
Arrest him immediately.
Yeah,
Area 62.
I was bad. My hygiene was bad, and, my hair was... It was just... It was ugly. until I was probably 28, I was not a pleasant person. And what I found was, in order to please someone, to truly please them, don't go out of your way to make them happy. Just kind of notice how they behave and react accordingly. And so, like, pick up on things like, oh, Mike likes balloons and floaties, or Paul likes spicy ramen, or, you know, Matt likes magic cards. And then just little things, like, along the way, and just kind of adapt to their surroundings, and then they like you, and then you can, like, say random shit like I'm British, or... But, it's like the Family Guy episode where, I'm gonna finish this thought.
Alright.
I'm fucking it up, but I'm gonna finish it. Like Peter's robbing a bank to make money for Lois to impress her. And it's the first episode you meet Joe. And the whole episode, Meg is hitting on Joe's son. And Joe's son does not say a word to Meg. And then one of the SWAT team officers is steadfast on his assault shotgun, but he's clearly listening to Meg just, like, say things about herself. And then he just kind of turns his head from his gun and says, try asking about him. And, so... It's like William Shakespeare said, brevity's the soul of Brit.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Also on the subject of becoming so tired to turn British, I have, in fact, slipped into both a British and Irish accent. The Irish accent being something I actually had to actively, consciously attempt to get out of. Like, for like the English accent in high school, I was doing a report on the book House on Mango Street, a story about a poor Mexican family in the projects of some city I don't know. But I was doing that, and then after I was done, my teacher comes up to me and says, I'm sorry, but I was really trying hard to stifle a laugh during your report because halfway through, you just slipped into a full-on British accent. It just, you know, just talking about this poor Mexican family in a very British tone.
Oh my god! I got that beat. There was a we were doing book reports. Oh no, it was 5th grade. We were doing like, I think we were like doing an oral report on presidents.
Yeah.
And I remember this kid, his name was Rodney. He clearly didn't do any research. And he was talking about President Lincoln. And the book that he had as a reference was a Calvin and Hobbes book.
Oh, no.
And he thought somehow,
He was just gonna
because it's a bunch of paper that's bound,
he was just gonna bullshit his way through it.
and you could clearly see the shame on his face, like he knew he fucked up. But I applaud him for trying. Like,
Well, if graduating high school shows anything, it shows that you learned how to bullshit.
Yeah.
A useful skill in today's society.
It truly is. Anyone who excels at that
shit.
will clearly have a business degree at some point in the future.
Yeah. I mean, look at our president.
something tells me that Trump is a secret
Does
genius.
he have a degree?
I was just gonna say he's the king of bullshit.
Most politicians.
I mean, yeah, but
He's
Yeah,
not a
I don't think he had a
politician,
degree. I think he
Well,
just got...
okay, lawyers have a degree in bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't-
they're lawyers.
But, yeah, I was going to say, Trump didn't get a degree. He just got a small loan of $1 million.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
From himself, most likely.
No, his
No, from
father.
his dad.
Yeah.
He just pulled it out of his ass. He just woke up one day. He's like, I really need to shit, and like $1 million comes out. It's like, Holy fuck.
It is solid gold.
But he had
Yeah.
to pay it back, so he eventually shoved $1 million back up his ass.
Yeah.
That's why he had to pay it back, because he took the shit on the solid gold toilet, which he clearly could not afford, until he pulled $1 million out of his ass. I don't know.
That's just like if I suddenly gain like the powers of a genie or something, but it's only related to money. Someone goes up and asks me for a loan, it's like, all right, but I only accept it as a suppository.
Right. Well, here's the problem with any politician is if you're going to get anywhere in the political world, even if you have like a really strong belief that's good for the country, you have to tell people what they want to hear.
But that's
And
all he does.
yeah, well,
And yell.
Well,
on
he
Twitter.
only tells his supporters what they want to hear.
yeah. Well, like the thing is we have such a PC culture that most things can be used as a form of, like, he said this, so he's a demon now. And,
Yeah.
so it's really hard to make progress. It's like what Tommy Lee Jones said in Men in Black. A person is smart. People are dumb chickens with their heads cut off running around. And if you
Close
want to
to
please
real.
a person, it's really easy. But if you want to please people in a group, you have to say a lot of stuff that you don't mean. And
You
it's
have to be really
stupid.
good at tapping into like groupthink and those
Yeah.
other like
That explains why I'm not a politician. I can barely stand talking to one person. No offense.
No, I believe you. I'm the same way. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
I ironically work a customer service job.
oh, you're fine.
there was
Not in
there
the
was a
hipster way.
very specific reason why when working at a store I did not want to be a cashier. Because going into it, I still had a good, like, I still kind of liked people in general, just as a concept. And I
As a
really,
concept.
and I really did not want to risk tarnishing that.
Yes.
In my current position, I am still, like, annoyed with them, but I know for a fact that that slow degradation of my opinion of people in general would have gone much further, or down much faster,
Yeah.
if I was a
Mine's-
cashier.
Mine's sinking so hard.
Yeah, I just texted Paul, like, furiously of, like... Somebody draw a picture of me texting furiously right now.
Script.
Oh, no,
I'm drawing it on my palm.
No, this is... When I say things, things happen. I'm not being facetious here.
Alright.
But,
Dost thou need
make
a
it as
pen?
sexual as humanly
That's
possible.
drawn in my blood.
Yeah,
I shall grab thy a pen.
yeah. Like, you draw a line and pass it to Maggie and she draws a line, and I don't know. But, I mean, most people don't trust most people. So it's hard to say what you really mean. So, like, I guess the reason I have trouble with people is because I'm very open. And I'm really, really bad at filtering. But, people that know me, I get along with, for the most part. There are moments where I just, like, royally piss them off, and they royally piss me off, and because I just crave honesty, and I just say things. But, I don't know.
I have a really hard time telling when people are being genuine with me. Just because I've had people mess with me my entire adolescence. Are you having trouble drawing Mike furiously texting?
Yeah.
I have a vision in my mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent. I am looking forward to this. We should, like, do a drawing every episode, honestly. It should be, like, the highlight. People to look forward to.
I just don't... I don't like small talk, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Well, no, how are you doing? Why do you care?
I know how to make small talk interesting, though. Here's an example. Oh, fuck. I got a bacon and turkey sandwich at Jimmy John's. Please tell me I have a green herb. Nope. I'm fucking this up so hard. Misty?
Go back to Kanto.
She can't ride a bike when she's dead. I think
No,
this
this is off-brand to Misty. She needs to go back to Kansas.
This is musty.
Musty.
Oh, there's the first aid spray. I think the liquor pops out when I get it, though. Just in case.
Oh man, Leon.
Liquor sounds like exactly something Leon needs right now.
Leon goes drunk as shit.
There we go. Okay. Okay, my thought is I make small talk interesting by, like, saying really interesting things as if it was small talk. For example, I adapted a Laurel and Hardy joke. I got my sandwich. Oh, this is all ammo. I think there's some handgun ammo in here. And the girl working the cash register at the window asked how my day was going, and I said, funny you should ask that, because I got news that my Uncle Hector passed away. And I asked how he died, and they said he fell through a trapdoor and broke his neck. And then I inquired further and said, was he building a house? And they said no, they were hanging him.
Oh.
And she, like, believed me. Three times I've told that joke, and they still believe me.
Oh my god.
As they still lynch people at the, you know. Even if rehabilitation isn't enough, and you need to imply the death penalty, it should still be humane, regardless of what they did. Like, but no, Uncle Hector.
Yeah. Well, that's like I love. There's on Netflix right now. You can find anime Baki the Grappler, and it's literally just like, oh yeah, there's 5 death row inmates that escape, and the first dude is in like off-brand Alcatraz. It's like, yeah, they just go to hang him. But
It's a smaller version. It's Smalcatraz.
yeah.
Say, I didn't realize Alcatraz had younger folks. We have a younger version.
Yeah.
But
It's Alka-Seltzer Trash.
Alka-Seltzer. That was an Aaron Miller. That's great.
Oh,
God. This is why we need to do this more often. Resident Evil speedruns are always just a breeding ground for great commentary.
yeah.
Well, I did a quick little
Are you
doodle
done?
of Mike furiously texting Paul,
Oh boy.
and Paul being totally oblivious.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a nice little doodle. I feel like I really captured like the anime rage face,
It's pretty good. Yeah.
and you can tell it's Mike because he's got the hair and he's wearing a button up because he wears a lot of button ups.
I do like button-ups.
Yeah.
Collars are presentable.
And this is Paul because he's tall.
Paulo Fernandez.
His phone's going off in his pocket, and he's just like, "Nope, this is a great day." Alright.
See, if it were me, the phone wouldn't be going off. My phone's so shit that the vibrate feature doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
And this is how much of like socially awkward I am. I would never ever consider putting on like the ringtone because I don't want to bother people.
Oh.
It bothers me. I always leave my phone on vibrate because it just bothers the fuck out of me to have that ringtone.
I leave my phone on vibrate when I come here because I know it bothers Mike.
What? It never occurred to me. You're gonna have to work harder to bother me, Paulo Fernandez.
Just
If I wake up and my legs are wrapped in duct tape, then I know you tried.
But then he ran out of duct tape. He had to go to the store and get
There's like 2 gnarly smidges like of duct tape.
gnarly smidges.
Just like, you know, when you like peel a small thing of duct tape like in the corner and like it's one tiny wad.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
What?
What?
I didn't know you could do that.
What?
Like close it up.
Ah, neat.
Huh.
I fucked up by trying to solve a puzzle I already did, and I learned something new.
Cool.
Yay! Hooray for learning!
Education is important, kids.
Hooray for shrapnel.
Well, it's not quite midnight yet. You have to learn something new in 5 minutes.
So, what's
Because you
a
learn something new every day.
what's a place everyone wants to travel to?
My house.
I would say Ireland, but I've been there twice.
I'd love to visit Japan.
Japan would be cool.
I just want to see how extroverted the culture is. And I really want to eat out every day at Japanese restaurants.
This is gonna sound mundane, but I really want to go to Salem, Massachusetts.
I've been there. It's nice. It's a nice place, good bit of history.
Yeah. I also feel like, as a Wiccan, I need to make that pilgrimage.
I've never had any desire to travel.
Same. My brother keeps trying to like go on a road trip to Arizona with me. And I'm so happy we went to Alabama instead of Arizona, because I probably would have freaked the fuck out sometime in the trip. Like, being with my brother any expanded period of time wears down on you. Because he's just so vocal and he has so many ideas. And one of your ideas turns into 7 ideas of his own. He just goes off on this tirade about philosophy.
Yeah.
And he's like really, really passionate about what he talks about. But he can't get it out of his head that, like, he can't realize some people might not want to hear it. You know?
Like, your brother is, like, a decent guy, but I don't want to be around him for extended periods of time.
Yeah, it's, and any level of negativity or disagreement, he just gets, like, immediately 180s. As if, like, somebody was wearing a towel on their head in a fucking military compound in the U.S. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with wearing a towel on your head or a turban. It expresses your culture. But after the country's history, it's going to turn a few heads, you know, on a military base. And with my brother, like, he's like that. He just gets immediately hostile and attacks the negativity. It's overbearing. And I know I can be overbearing, but the fact that I say I can be overbearing and I know that I'm an asshole separates me from my brother. So, good God, what was that? Look at the fucking body!
Just a reporter boyfriend who had some fucking chestburster claw its way out of him.
Her boyfriend is long dead. He worked at the Arclay lab in Resident Evil 1.
Oh.
Remember when you type in the computer, John Ada?
Oh, yeah.
Do you read me, Claire?
Leon, no one can read you after Resident Evil 6.
He's covering his face. He's shy.
Well, yeah. in
That's
Resident
how
Evil
I'm
2
talking to a radio. I just press it up against my nose, and that's how I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, you know, he's shy and awkward in Resident Evil 2 because this is his first game. But by Resident Evil 6, he's
It's his first time, all the time.
Yeah.
I'd say in Resident Evil 2, he's awkward because he's not shy in the slightest. He's so confident in his ability to be Captain America that no one pays any attention to him.
And then by Resident Evil 6, he's turned into the Winter Soldier.
And then because nobody liked that movie, all the toys become the Winter Landfill.
I never saw Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was great. It's It's one of the first Marvel movies where people were like, it's like, no, that was a legitimately good Marvel movie. Because it was basically less of a superhero flick and more of a spy thriller. To an extent. Like, it had the superhero aesthetic to it, but there was a lot more, like, political intrigue and espionage actually going on.
I have a lot of superhero movies to catch up on.
They make too many. Too fast.
Yeah, it's like two or three a year on Marvel's side alone.
Yeah. I think I need to bite the bullet and just watch Infinity War. At the very least, so I can understand the memes.
Watch it because it's a good movie. I've heard nothing but praise about Infinity. Even Red Letter Media, who lambast superhero movie. Actually, Red Letter Media really likes Marvel. They really appreciate how Marvel takes their time to build their world.
I also want to see the Justice League movie.
And if I saw that, I'd leave.
Yeah.
I would GTFO.
Oh no! Get it off your dick, Leon!
I'm really curious as to how it'll look in the remake. There's just so much memorable stuff in this game.
Leon, now it's trying to toss your salad.
Oh no, it's sucking your dick again.
Now it's having have weird thigh sex with you.
Motherfucking things.
God damn.
You ever
zombie
imagine what would
vampires.
happen if a face hugger like Mr. Face instead landed on like your crotch?
Oh god!
That would be a very awkward trip to Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
I'm pro-life and I agree. Like, abort that fucking thing right now. Life is worth preserving, but not that life. I'm sorry. Facehuggers are an abomination. Great. You just walk in, it's like, yeah, I need some help.
It latched onto the wrong limb.
Now you walk up and it's like, yeah, I need some help. What? You look down, it's like, oh yeah, probably want to take care of that.
You just got like an alien spider on your crotch.
Like, oh, is that one of those fleshlights from eBay? No, it's real.
No.
It just looks rubber because it died with the impregnation. But
I can totally buy that there are facehugger fleshlights out there.
oh, they're like giant inflatable xenomorph eggs for like people to be like immersed in, and like they're just
There are all sorts of kinks.
a little bit of latex and PVC and a wild imagination, and anything's a fetish, man.
Yep.
The internet's amazing. I even have a fetish for like cutting my hair like Ada does, but I gotta stay presentable. So, what do you guys think of like people that shave the sides of their head and like leave it curly on the top or come it to the side?
It 90% of the time looks stupid, but for some people it might work. Depends on the shape of your face, I guess.
It really depends on, if you're able to actually make it work. It's something I would never do, but I'm not going to judge anyone for doing it.
Same.
Though the funniest example of someone doing that was when my family went to see Book of Mormon. My brother and I were looking at this dude with a mohawk a couple rows down from us, and his mohawk was off center.
That's annoying.
Now I'm imagining what if somebody had a mohawk, but it was like diagonal on their head.
I'd totally fucking do that.
It's like R2-D2 from Return of the Jedi. They're serving drinks on the... I think it's an abomination.
I mean, here's the thing. If you do it center of your head, that looks really weird. If you're able to like get it as far back as possible, that almost makes you look regal.
I think those haircuts are just a way for people with low self-esteem to try and get attention.
Make an X on the top of your head.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
just like people who buy those Camaros and like have the red stripes and the murdered out windows, and it's just like if I want to get someone's attention, I'll tell a bad joke or tap their shoulder, like so. The one person I saw pull an arf
Pull it off.
is Tom Hardy. Because I have a man crush on Tom Hardy, and
He's gonna be Venom.
he is.
Yes.
And
Well, the host for Venom at least.
I saw a new like extended trailer, and I couldn't like tell most of the dialogue, but it seems like Venom's just like telling jokes or something.
I don't know.
Or it's not that he's not. It's not that he's telling jokes. He's just being overly sarcastic,
almost forgot the valve handle.
and it's like it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like actual Venom or Eddie Brock, like just being a sarcastic person.
I don't know about Tom Hardy. He's a fine actor, you know, The Revenant and The Dark Knight Rises, but Topher Grace is the real Eddie Brock.
I'll agree with you on that, but I think Venom.
It's sarcasm.
Yeah.
That's like the one guy, something McDoo, playing M. Bison
Leon.
in Chun-Li Legends.
Oh,
They got some blonde, like, babyface dude with a goatee to play M. Bison.
that's not M. Bison.
Yeah. Like, they hired an actor who's actually typecast for playing weaker male figures.
To
play the most intimidating figure in Street
to
Fighter.
play the strongest dude
Yeah.
in Street Fighter
It was funny on, like,
at the time.
there was an article on Cracked.
Ah, cracked.
Yeah, now they just, like, you are the scum of the earth for not knowing this. That's Cracked. Go fuck yourselves, delete your channel. You're horrible. I hope your family burns.
Cracked?
Yeah.
Is on cracked.
They're bad. But anyways,
Back in the day when they were.
back when they had funny stuff, like they were like comparing all the Street Fighter movies, and they were like, Street Fighter the video game. It said, assorted individuals with varying countries of origin and varying martial arts styles. Yes, varying martial arts styles
Styluses.
band together to stop a madman. And then it talked about the Raul Julia film with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it said, random assholes from various countries of origin with varying martial arts styles band together to stop a madman named M. Bison. And then when it talked about the cast of characters in Chun-Li Legends, it said random assholes. Oh, there's my Oh, that is the gayest thing I've ever drawn.
What?
God. The concept for Beach Ball I wanted to be made at.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
Ah!
What is that?
Is that from
It's
the Twilight
beautiful.
Marathon?
I think that was from the Twilight Marathon. That's the.
Oh God.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
Can that be Spoonie's portrait now?
I will.
That can be my portrait on the Resident Evil 2 remake episode
Okay.
when I'm like mutated by the G virus.
Yeah.
And
I like my
If
cute
you
little
ever like find the motivation or time to just record an episode where it's just you, that will be the thumbnail.
I would love to do that.
It'll take up the entire screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would I play though?
I don't know. That'd be up to you.
Are we finally gonna have you play F-Zero while the rest of us watch a hentai?
Yes.
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 Yes!
I'm gonna attempt F-Zero and there's a grisly hentai in the background, played at max
my
volume,
Oh God.
and
Which one are we gonna watch?
ugh,
I don't know.
I don't even know of any hentais that exist.
I do.
I want to watch the one that you had like edited on YouTube, where one that Mike found on YouTube.
Oh, it was like the worst anime. I didn't even know that was a hentai. I thought it was just a bad anime.
It
I think it's a hentai,
It probably is.
but it's like it's like almost on the level of Ghost Stories, but not really. But it's like these 4 espionage women that have to infiltrate a psych ward, but hentai happens.
Oh.
Right.
But they're
right.
all really sarcastic about it.
Yeah, like
That's
they
not
talk about this
really
one
good.
patient that eventually has lesbian sex or something like that, and they say like, she has no living relatives, no parents, no grandparents, no sons or daughters or brothers or sisters. No one left? No, none. Man, her Christmas is gonna suck.
What was during the briefing statement was like, we need your tits and your ass.
Yes, We need all 4 of your pussies.
Let's check it out. Over there. Eat this, you
No, we need something that's just in Japanese and it's nothing but women screaming.
Oh, I've got one.
Good.
Hurry.
I'll try and practice F-Zero for like an hour while you watch it. That'll be our episode. Okay.
What is this thing?
I'm so... You know what? No, fuck you guys.
What?
I was gonna say I feel so bad that I'm off tomorrow morning, but I work 2 jobs, so fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I work 40 hours.
I'm working
Alone.
So
I'm working 40 hours this week. And
I'm alone only when I'm in the car.
And I have a double shift on Saturday.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
So those rats were the carriers of the virus. As a result of this virus induced...
How do you know they were rats?
Yeah, they could have been mice.
Oh, right, they watched the cutscene.
They were cancer infected.
Caution, they're dangerous.
Cancer-infected rats, except for the fact that cancer is a non-transmutable disease.
Well, your screen went white.
Uh-oh.
No, Chrome opened somehow.
Wait. Oh.
Get that out of here.
Okay.
Everything's okay.
I thought the recording fucked up.
Too bad.
No, just for some reason Chrome decided, hey, I'm gonna open up.
Okay.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Chrome.
From video games?
Hi,
Fuck off, Chrome.
From video games, movies, or music groups, what is the most awkward haircut where it's parted down the middle?
Say what?
I don't know.
Awkward haircuts.
Like with Leon, where it's parted down the middle?
Oh, like that haircut.
Yeah. Like Leo in Titanic.
I cannot give an answer.
Nah.
I can't think of it.
The only example of, like, someone's hair being parted down the middle I can think of is, like, Dante. But
Oh, yeah.
Dante actually works. At least old Dante. Maybe not DMC Dante.
New DMC Dante looks like every character from the new Battle Bond set in Magic the Gathering. It's just really awkward millennial haircuts.
Just like
Yeah,
a
just
fuckboy?
generic white people. Yep, and that is why the new Devil May Cry
Like, that kind of
completely
haircut-
ignores him.
That's the haircut to get a girl under 30. But, like, mature women are like, fuck that haircut. Like, I don't know. I think Brad Pitt's always had good hair. Like, a good haircut makes you invisible in plain sight. You don't notice the haircut, but when you pay attention to it, you're like, man, that is sexy.
I only get my haircut like twice a year, so...
Your hair's always been really good, Maggie.
Thank you. I take relatively good care of it.
So,
I wash it every 2 days.
that's good. If you wash it every day, it fucks up the hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I wash mine every 3. It needs those natural oils.
Yeah.
I want a documentary. Like, I want Andy Warhol to make a movie where it's just like Chad Kruger taking care of his hair for 90 minutes. No, it's Andy Warhol, so it'd be 8 hours.
My scalp is way too naturally oily for me to do a once every 2 day thing. I just give a single lather, and that's always good enough.
Yeah. I use a shampoo that's tea tree and mint because I have really bad dandruff. I was using Head and Shoulders, but apparently that's like putting paint thinner on your scalp.
Well, they formulated the biological chemical makeup in a tea tree dish.
Yeah. You also use Head and Shoulders to destroy an alien race, a la that one movie that...
Oh,
name
God! I can't believe I saw that.
That was awesome!
What matters is you liked it. If you like a movie, what matters is the entertainment value, but I cannot defend that movie. So...
Oh, no!
Like, I like a lot of really bad things. And not even, like, so bad it's good funny. Like, I still enjoy the band Limp Bizkit. They have strong musical quality, but yeah, the lead singer just... Like, me talking about Limp Bizkit is like Mike Slacklasa bringing up Star Trek The Next Generation.
It's like me talking about Pokemon.
Yeah. Or lesbians, yeah.
Or lesbians. Or lesbian Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Who is like...
Are there lesbian Pokemon?
Hello, Gothel?
If you want, like, a cute goth GF, sure. Gardevoir, I think, could be bisexual.
Goths are cute until you start dating them.
I'm reminded of a fucking comic I saw that was just like two birds, and one of them's like, you know, wasn't this leaf like green before because of the changing of seasons? And the other bird just goes, I want a big titty goth girlfriend. And the other bird's just like, what? I want a big titty goth girlfriend to smother me with her thighs. What? And the caption was, this is what it's like to be on Tumblr.
Yeah.
It's like, how was your day? It's like, I have this fetish.
Oh my god.
I only know because I made good online friends with someone who made anime music videos. They combined Final Fantasy VIII with the song Alone I Break by Korn. And I said, oh, you did this video like this, and this is what they mean. And it's like, yes, that's exactly what I meant to do. And then I PM'd her, and we, like, became friends, and she's from Australia. But then she invited me on, like, this chat group for, like, goth, and it said, I have this fetish! And everyone's like, like, I spoke to her twice after that, and then it's, what was I gonna say after, like, I had a thought, and it just
sailed away.
It evaporated.
I do have a good story about Sail Away. So it's 1997. I'm in 5th grade. Or I think it was 96. But it was a year that was in between 1990 and 2000.
Okay. That
and
narrows it down.
There was a song that was really popular. It was on the CD called Pure Moods. It was on the TV. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Oh, the Orinoco Folk.
Sail away. Yeah. And, so I specifically remember his name. His name was Timothy Zahn. And he's always singing, sail away, sail away, sail away. And my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Nelson, had this system called the warning board. You'd love this teacher, Maggie. She was very strict and very fair.
Okay.
And if you, like, she liked you regardless because she loved teaching, but she wouldn't withhold from, like, laying down the law.
Right.
And so the warning board, everyone's name is on a pouch. And you take a thing and you put it in the pouch if you're warned once. And if you put another thing in your pouch and you're warned twice, then you have to go see the principal.
Okay.
And so, yet again, it happened. We're taking a standardized test.
Like you do.
And Zach goes, sail away, sail away, sail away. And Mrs. Nelson, in her divine, brilliant wisdom, says, Zach, go sail away to the warning board and put...
That's great.
Yeah, I think you've told me that story before, but for some reason I thought you were going to end it with, go sail away to the principal's office.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Oh, I cheated, kind of.
Oh no, what'd you do?
Right here, if you scare away the alligator versus blowing his fucking head off, then there's some ammo.
Oh.
So it's kind of all ammo.
It's most of the ammo.
It's a lot of ammo. There's a satisfaction when you pick up ammo in Resident Evil.
Because that means you get to survive for another round.
The problem is I don't get that satisfaction with Resident Evil 5.
Because ammo is fucking everywhere.
It's everywhere, but also you can't carry it all.
That's true.
And that's what kind of bums me out about that game. It's still really fun. I love the African aesthetic.
Oh yeah. Resi 5 is great.
And it plays better than Resident Evil 4. But the hoarding and the exploration aspect's not nearly as good as 4 is. But it's not as bad as people say.
Yeah.
So.
Like, Resident Evil 5 is like, I don't think it's as good of a horror game.
Oh, it's a shit horror game.
Yeah.
It's not even a horror game.
And I think that's what people, like, take umbrage with a little bit.
Time Splitters 3, Future Perfect, is more of a horror game than Resident Evil 5.
But it's still entertaining, and it's still like...
Yeah.
Co-op horror, I think, is something that could have, like, potential to still work. It's just we haven't had good examples. Resident Evil 5 really isn't all that good as a horror game, and the co-op doesn't really act as a detriment or boon to that. And then Dead Space 3 was Dead Space 3. Like, good enough story, but...
It's no Dino Crisis 3 is not a co-op game, but it's...
I thought you were going to say Dino Copter for a second.
I almost said Dino Crisis.
No, I think you're getting really specific here, because split-screen games are dying, and that makes me sad.
Oh yeah, couch co-op and like all that.
Yeah.
It's a real shame.
Hey.
At the very least, in like the AAA sphere, it really is.
Not so long as Nintendo exists.
Yeah,
because
as much Nintendo would be good at that.
As much shit as I give Nintendo for like making like bad controllers and just really not focusing on accessibility, and they're really good about multiplayer in like couch gaming.
Because that's like their whole thing, is they're like family company, bring people together to play a game.
Yeah, because I remember the Halo game series. I think in Halo 4 they had to expressed a statement that was just like reassuring fans that like split screen gameplay was going to be allowed, and then like Halo 5 came out and they're like, oh, we're just not going to do split screen, and like the community fucking exploded on them.
Yeah, because that was like one of the OG split screen.
Yeah, like
GoldenEye was.
Well, yeah, I mean like for semi-modern.
Every Nintendo 64, like Chameleon fucking Twist had split screen. You don't want to remember that game? Jet Force Gemini was split screen. Banjo-Tooie had a GoldenEye split screen FPS, but you held like Kazooie as a gun.
I'm trying to think of PlayStation games that had that back in the day, because I was a PlayStation child.
Twisted Metal 3 did.
I spent a lot of time playing 007 Nightfire, like the multiplayer.
In I think it's Sly Cooper 3, there's a 2-player mode that's split screen.
Oh yeah. My favorite part of Sly Cooper 3 was literally just being in the pirate stage and going around, just blowing up ships.
Yeah.
Alright, Donald Trump shit $1 million.
I think I'm currently stuck on the pirate stage.
But money is only worth...
so good.
Money is only worth what people put value for it.
Yeah.
You know what's really worthwhile?
Spending time with friends?
Shitting Magnum bullets.
Oh.
That's a practical thing that has a use.
You know what has a real worth? Something genuine. No, Magnum bullets.
I was trying to be all like warm and heartfelt, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna shit Magnum bullets.
Well, Maggie, you can force people to be your friends with Magnum bullets. There's nothing they cannot do. Every Resident Evil game, when you see Magnum bullets, your heart goes crazy.
And then it stops. Because someone shot you in the chest.
Because they didn't want to be your friend.
I have not yet achieved British form. I'm not tired enough. I'm loopy, but I'm not tired enough.
This isn't even my British form.
I have not yet begun to drink tea and eat crumpets.
Dragon Ball Z, but Frieza's accent changes every form change.
So what's his accent for Form 3?
Is that the one where he looks like a xenomorph?
Yes, that's literally the one modeled after a xenomorph.
Oh.
Australian.
Yes.
We get it. This form is from Space Australia.
I love this part. I hope they do it in the remake. where his face melts into his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking gross. 20 years later, and it's still amazing.
He grew another head.
Oh, this is like the best
Are those
monster the
his bones?
series has.
Huh?
I said, is those his bones?
Look like bones.
Yeah.
It's like Wolverine's like original claws.
They're bones.
Yeah, Wolverine had bone claws in his origin movie.
Yeah. You know, that thing.
It happened. I think I still have the game for Wii somewhere.
Oh boy, we gotta play that.
I will get to the bottom of my room to find it. It is buried somewhere under my bed.
Let's get a fire hose. No, threaten your room with magnum bullets.
Room, I swear to God, I will shit out a magnum bullet.
It'll just
I don't even have a gun for it. I will throw it
under your bed.
Every time we do these, it's a success.
I will throw this magnum bullet so hard that it will ignite because I don't need a gun to make these kill you.
Yeah, I'm like
It's like that scene in-
one dude from King of Fighters.
I was gonna say Hot Shots Part 2,
Come on!
Oh.
where Charlie Sheen runs out of ammo when he's killing everyone, and so he just grabs a fistful of ammo and throws it, and everyone dies.
That's like, oh god. In Baki the Grappler, which is on Netflix, there's a part of a fight scene where, this one of the villains is basically inspired by Hannibal Lecter. He gets arrested in Japan, but he's such a good escape artist that he literally just comes and goes as he please.
Look at those naked women on that. Thanks,
Well, they're half naked, but
they're naked in your mind. They'll be naked if you threaten them with magnum bullets.
but like during a fight scene with this one dude, you find out he just knocked out a police officer and stole their bullets. And so in like a sneak attack against the dude, he just throws bullets into the dude's mouth and slams his jaw shut and sets off the bullets.
Because anime.
Yes. Well, because after that it turns out, oh no, the dude's still alive. His cheeks are just missing, so he just keeps fighting.
So he turned him into Jonah Hex.
Yes, but on both cheeks.
Creepy.
He's Raziel. He has no lower jaw.
Yep.
I would really like to replay the Legacy of Kain series sometime.
Oh god, I had a friend named Dan, and he would just like, Dan Harris, if you know where you are,
If you know where you are.
you probably like it, because, I don't know, he's bubbly, high energy, but he, anyways, he would just like, say, watch this cutscene, and I'd be like, okay. And I had no interest, but he would not like move to the next activity and like watch the cutscene of like Soul Reaver and shit, and he's obsessed with vampires. But like later on, we were able to make fun of each other in good jest. Like he just would not shut the fuck up at one of his parties, and I said, Dan, why don't you tell that story about the zombies in your dream? And he said, which one? Because there's 20. I was like, 18's my favorite. That's the story.
It's always fun when you can just bullshit around.
Yeah, you know.
That's Alex and I have done that to our friend David all the time, where we kind of make a reference to something that actually happens, and then our friend David will inquire about it, and there's really not much to the story, but Alex and I will just keep it going and make it sound much more interesting, but be incredibly vague.
I remember I was playing Magic at Merrimack. I really wonder how the metagame there has gotten. Like, if I just took Selvala and Ulro there. We should go sometime and just, like...
I remember what happened to Darkseid, like, once Alpha Omega closed.
Oh.
And it was like, oh, that's super competitive. And I just showed up to Darkseid, and it's like, oh, hey, I have a semi-competitive Gitrog build. And I literally went, like, I think a month and a half without getting beaten.
What's funny is I rarely see Gitrog win against me and Alex, but, like, and I'm not trying to discount your Gitrog deck. It's really fucking amazing. And
It's getting there.
Yeah, and the reason we win is because we know, like, if we don't fuck up Gitrog, we're gonna get our asses destroyed.
You're gonna get rogged.
We're gonna get rogged. It's a legendary frog. How can you fuck with that?
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Legendary frog.
Yes. Final Fantasy is an RPG. Anyways,
I wonder what that guy does now.
what I was gonna say earlier,
What, frog?
I was playing Magic at Merrimack. Oh, I totally forgot to put the fuse in the box. That's okay, it's a speed walk. I was playing Magic at Merrimack.
Oh, God.
There's this kid who was a decent Magic player. He got the concept, but he wasn't very confident in his decisions. And so he'd always ask people, like, should I play this card? I'm not sure about it. And he had an Olivia Verdon deck from the original, I think it was Dark Ascension, where you deal damage to creatures and then take control of them when they're vampires. And he wanted to run the card Sire of Insanity.
It's a pretty good card.
Pretty fucking good card, but it's very risky. If you don't have an alternative, if you can't sack the Sire, or don't have a way to win with it on the battlefield, it will fuck up you as well. And he said, should I run Sire of Insanity? And I'm of the firm belief that even if you think a card is bad, run it anyway to see how it plays in a live environment with real people. And so I said, Sire of Insanity? It's worth a try. And this guy named Sam from across the table says, your mom's worth a try.
I think I've heard that. You've said this, you've told this story on No More Heroes.
Oh, yeah, I think I
specifically, did I? Yeah, because that was when we were cutting the grass.
Oh!
Like that is the perfect story to say when we're doing menial tasks.
This is your mom's worth a try.
God.
That's what I want to write on a menu. It just have 3 blank pages, and then in the middle, 7th page, it says your mom's worth a try. We are bored.
Yep.
No, we are having a great time. This
We
is.
are.
No, it for the menu, like say it's a breakfast menu. That's just you just name an omelet that.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to see what this looks like in Remake 2.
Oh yes, the plant vaginas.
I'm gonna play nothing but this at our launch party, and then at 12 o'clock we download it and play the fucking shit out of it. So. Oh.
That's gonna be a fun wait in the digital line.
Oh. There's just so much of it. Like, it's only the second in the series, and it still has just some of the most iconic creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Nope.
I kind of be hopeful. Like, the second game of the series has a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
So, if you can get your sequel to go really well, then honestly, like, Resident Evil 3 is also, like, fairly well praised, but they really could have just dropped the ball with Resident Evil 3, and it still would have been a fine franchise.
Resident Evil 3 is a really good game.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you're able to knock the sequel out of the park, you're doing a pretty good job.
I think what makes good franchises is by having a sequel that's fairly the same game, but with tweaks. This is why the Metroid Prime trilogy was so good.
I would also argue that this is why the original Spyro trilogy is good.
Yeah, because they're essentially the same games. They're just... They keep the same game engine, but they upgrade the gameplay and have new power-ups and shit.
They have new story. They make it so you can swim now, and water doesn't instantly kill you.
Yeah, or like in Metroid Prime, when Metroid Prime 2, you can shoot while you're grappling, and you have the screw attack, and have new enemies and shit.
They give you a super flame power-up so you can fire things underwater.
Yeah.
And so Resident Evil 3, when it comes to the tank controls in the classic era, and this includes Code Veronica, is just the pinnacle of... Like, when it comes to map design that exploits the gameplay, and then gameplay that is fine-tuned to really empower you, but still make you feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Other than the remake, Resident Evil 3 is the absolute best designed in the series. Like, Resident Evil 3 is through the Resident Evil series what Mega Man X2 is to the Mega Man X series.
I will say I like the sort of choose-your-own-adventure book aspect of Resident Evil 3.
Oh yeah, like the random element.
Yeah. Like, that was a really neat addition.
And that's also, like, part of this game, too. Is, like, you have, you know, the multiple scenarios and hunk and everything, and just multiple ways to enjoy the story. Which further goes into, like, in the original Resident Evil, there were multiple endings, and,
Well, everyone in this section's dead.
But I think if Resident Evil 3 was a shit show, it would have been hard to recover.
That is true.
Yeah.
So.
Though to be fair, if you go into, like, if it would be straight into Resident Evil 4, it probably wouldn't be too hard to recover because it's a complete shift. Like, Resident Evil 7 was a massive success despite the absolute bomb that was Resident Evil
6.
Yes.
6 was a bomb in the eyes.
7.
I was doubting myself and thought I said Resident Evil 6 did well despite the absolute bombshell that Resident Evil 6 was.
Yes. A lot of true fans of the series lambasted 6. But from what I understand, it plays well. And it's bloated, but it's by no means a bad game. Just a lot of people who are true to the roots of the franchise really hated Resident Evil 6, but it was still a successful game.
I'm pretty
disinclined to trust anyone who calls himself a true fan of anything.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, it's just stuff. And if there's a Resident Evil game that's bad, I'll voice my opinion on it, but I'm not... Like, there are some people out there who say that a video game without a good story is not a good video game. Clearly, they've never played Tetris. Anyways, that being said, even Resident Evil 2, the one we're playing now, the game we're playing now is Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 2 is the game we're playing now. Oh, shit.
I'm a little out of it. What game are we playing?
This is Adventures of Lolo.
Oh.
Actually, this is Nume Penguin no Garato, which is where you play as a fat-ass penguin who has to lose weight to save his girlfriend.
Oh.
And the hardest level in the game is where you have to run across a birthday cake.
I thought this was Adventure Time. Play this game because...
No, this is Chex Quest. It's an MS Windows game.
Oh, I thought we were just drawing in MS Paint.
Yeah.
I thought this was Mario Paint for a second.
But my thought was...
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's great. It's great. It's great.
I don't know. I think we're just in Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. Is even this game was 85% complete in something that fans now call Resident Evil 1.5 until the director was dissatisfied with the product and said, fuck it, we're making it from the ground up.
Yes.
Because it did not live up to the standards that they wanted if they were going to supersede the original Resident Evil and satisfy fans. And the same goes for Resident Evil 4. The reason we have Devil May Cry is because...
It was supposed to be Resident Evil 4.
And the prototype did not satiate, and so they just moved it to another...
It got too hack and slashy, and so they're like, let's just make this its own thing.
Which is too hack and slashy, but it's still a really fucking fun game.
Oh, yeah.
A game I want to play, Xenogears, was apparently the original Final Fantasy VII.
Really? This I did not know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I heard something about that on like a Did You Know Gaming or something.
Ugh.
That like...
I know they wanted Final Fantasy... Like, Squaresoft, one of the hardest decisions they ever had to make was stop making games for Nintendo when the N64 came out. Because they really wanted 7 to be a Nintendo game.
But cartridges just did not have the proper space.
You murdered my husband.
I know what
He didn't want to be my friend, so I got my magnum bullets.
didn't you? Take it from me. This is my husband's legacy.
I love how story problems in this game are solved by the ground shaking and the roof falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
About
Oh my god, look at the waistline on those pants.
know anything, do you?
I mean, I tuck my pants up high on my waist, but like,
The operative sent here by the agents.
It's like, what was it? There was one... Back when Family Guy was semi-decent, there was like one cutaway gag
Long khakis.
where it was like...
Yeah.
oh, fast talking high pants.
Yes, yeah. It's literally just like...
They're pulled up to like their eyeballs.
It's pulled up to like... Bela Lugosi in Plan 9 after Bela Lugosi actually died.
Oh, his wife's chiropractor, yeah.
Yeah.
See?
It's pulled up that high.
Oh man, good call on this vanilla porter.
Oh, yeah.
It was on sale too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that in the remake.
I don't
Take her
think
gun.
he'll be there.
Aww. She's dead, Jim.
I can feel the pulse in her elbow.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That was also in the Louis C.K. special, where he's deconstructing the validity of Achilles' heel. Like, that's a really awkward way to hold a baby by the heel. And if you're gonna dip a baby in the river, that's the way you get rid of a baby. Not to give it special powers.
Yeah.
It says, apparently Achilles' smother was the god of grip. Because not by the ankle or anything else, but by the heel, she could submerge a baby.
That's also like,
Leon,
you must proceed to the lower platform.
Yes.
I've been waiting for you, Leon.
Nope.
You ain't hitting shit.
What are you doing?
He's holding it sideways.
You know what this is about.
That's a
So just
gangster shot. That's a kill shot.
I don't believe this. The neck was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't
He
listen.
loves
Turned
him
it over. Don't
so
be
much.
stupid.
Don't spoil it, Maggie, but I wonder if there's any romance between him and Ada in
Oh.
RE6.
I don't know. I haven't played RE6.
I think I'm going to beat Resident Evil 5 and kind of unlock shit, and I'll dedicate October to Resident Evil 6.
Ada.
Because despite all the criticism, I'm really looking forward to playing it. What the fuck?
Wait, how did you get here?
Oh, that lag.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, the frame rate.
Oh.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon.
When a man tells a woman to shut up when she's in pain,
No. I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out.
he loves her.
The movement though, just like
Oh yeah, they still have the breathing animation. Ugh.
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 Ugh. Ugh.
Damn it, why is blood such a good lubricant?
What am I fighting for?
Hey, hang.
Then they gotta meet up.
You know, Leon, I know you're grieving, but there is a self-destruct sequence going on right now.
Yeah, but it's an anime self-destruct sequence.
we've got like 26 more episodes.
Yeah.
Leon, you fucking moron. Just throws away the G-Virus.
Because that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, the city's probably getting nuked anyway, so who cares?
Aww. She loves Leon. Alright. She did her duty, but she still didn't want him to die.
Because they gotta meet up in Resident Evil 4 so that they can fuck in Salazar's bedroom.
Wait, what?
They meet up in the bedroom in Resident Evil 4.
And her sunglasses explode and she runs away. I get there are weirder versions of sex, like the opening to the film Eraserhead.
That's what that was supposed to be?
Yeah, when
Oh.
the sperm comes out of his mouth and then falls in like the puddle in the moon.
Neat.
Because it's abstract, but after that you find out that Henry Spencer Eraserhead with the wiry hair.
Mm-hmm.
His girlfriend is pregnant.
Oh, with the weird lamb fetus thing.
The greatest movie prop in history. Because it's so convincing.
It is.
It looks like it's really alive.
It's disturbing as all shit. Also, the coffee maker beeping fit really well with what's happening right now.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you, coffee maker. Also, thank you for making coffee.
Fuck the safety save. Let's just go for it. I can do this.
Fucking running gun!
I love the, love, like, one of the most easily recognizable examples of just stupid ways to have sex are the,
What?
are the avatars.
When he picked up the G virus, it took up the lighter, but when he threw it away, the lighter's back.
Oh, no.
I never noticed that.
Huh.
That's neat. Alright, time to get on that train.
I'm so happy I worked through, like, all my awkward, like, trying to be funny on a Let's Play channel versus actually just, like, playing.
I kind of...
This is the first Resident Evil episode we did. It was a glorious fuck up.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil 2, that was... Like, and I truly mean that, because there were so many funny moments, but it was also really awkward.
It was pretty cringy.
I'm sure it also took place on a futon.
Yeah.
That's very true. But, we're doing alright now.
Yeah.
The alright futon.
The alright futon!
It's still TAF. The abbreviation stays the same.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh, ass fuck.
Thank you, Maggie.
What?
Because you curse like I would if I got hit.
Oh.
You truly are an empath.
Yay.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh, you shit ass.
You dick butt.
You son of a Irish Protestant whore. I don't know, I've been watching a lot of Hellsing Ultimate. Abridged. I want them to come out with more episodes of that, but they just
They
came out
said they
with...
would soon.
They just came out with,
Oh fuck!
part 2 of episode 60.
You can't quick turn in this game.
I'm really enjoying their episode 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
I really liked, Android 16's speech to go on.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's a really true statement that he made.
Yeah.
It's a real solid, like, character development that might have been even, like, better delivered than in the original series.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna end this episode with a bad joke.
Because that's different from ending...
Well, I want to end on something that, like, for people that digest.
Okay.
A man walks into a bar, and he sees a mason jar full of $100 bills on the bar top. And he says, you know, he has a High Life, and then he has a Molson, then he has a Modelo. And with each beverage that he puts down, he gets more and more curious. And he asks, hey barkeep, what's with this mason jar full of $100 bills? And the barkeep says, well, if you want to know that, put a $100 bill in the mason jar. And he's like, oh, God. But he has a labor union job. He's working there for 10 years. He has a good 401k plan. He can spend money. So after 2 more Jack Daniels, he puts another $100 bill in the mason jar and says, okay, what's this all about? He's like, well, this could all be yours. This jar full of $100 bills.
I have to find my brother.
But you gotta complete the 3 tasks.
This is just the beginning.
In order to complete the 3 tasks, you have to put another $100 bill in the mason jar. And then you gotta drink this pint glass full of Everclear and Tabasco sauce. And there's a pond in the back of the bar, and there's a full-grown alligator that needs a root canal. And then upstairs, in the bar bedroom, is a 95-year-old woman that's never had an orgasm before. Once you complete all the 3 tasks, the jar full of $100 bills will be yours. He's like, Jesus, I like money, but not that much. Nothing doing. Play some shuffleboard, play some pinball, play some Street Fighter on the arcade. And about 6 drinks in, he says, alright, fuck it, I'm in. He pulls that $100 bill out like Indiana Jones and pull out his whip. And he slaps it on in there like RoboCop would shoot a villain. And then he takes that glass of Everclear and Tabasco sauce, and he puts it down like he'd put down a rabid dog that's been terrorizing the neighborhood. Then he immediately rushes to the back. You're snapping and snarling. Arr, 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 arr. And everyone in the bar is kind of looking, kind of staring at the walls in disbelief and listening to the arr, arr, snap, snap, snap. Arr. 10 minutes go by. 20 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. And they're wondering if they should call the funeral home and let them know what happened. And just as someone picks up their cell phone to make the call, the bar patron emerges. And his arm is broken, and his knee is dislocated, and he's missing 2 toes and 3 fingers and 4 teeth. And he's missing 1 eye. And half his nostrils are gone, and 1 of his ears is missing. And he says, okay, where's the old lady with the toothache?
Well, you see, I have a digestion problem, so I'm gonna go throw that up right now.
Who's driving me home today?
I'll take care of it. Matt needs an early shift.
Okay.
All right, that was great.
Yeah, let's see what the time is.
Let's see what the time is. We got all the most of the ammo.
Let's see what
pretty
time
good.
we got.
Let's see what we got. We had great conversation, so it didn't feel overlong.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Sorry,
Love it.
I stepped on sandwich.
Step on my toes a little bit there.
It's fine. I at least didn't step on sandwich's sandwich.
Then I'd be really pissed off.
Eh,
Gotta be.
it's because I
Alright.
use first aid spray.
Ah.
It lowers your rank. But 144 for getting all the ammo. Not too bad.
Not bad. All right. That was Leon A.
Oh yeah.
See you next time for Claire B and then Leon B.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.